let's give it a go. I'm here with Ajayi
Yinka. Yeah.
Well, not quite, but for Grassroots Boxing. Thanks for giving us a bit of your time. That's cool. I know you're going to be training Bilal in a second. Yeah. It's just be good to kind of get you on camera, and obviously you work with Tunde, so it's nice to kind of give you some exposure as well.
Thank you.
So obviously you're training Bilal. So tell us a little bit how that kind of link up came up.
Right, so I've been with Tunde for, well, I've known Tunde for about 10 years now, over 10 years actually. And we got together because I used to do pads with him. So that's got a bit of a story in its own. And you know, as that progressed, I've always known him, come down, watching him trained with him. You know, his ethos, his energy just never stops from 5 in the morning till 10 at night. He's a workaholic, there's no doubt about that. And you know, over some time progressing, Tunde was like, look, I think you've got it in you to make a good coach. I want you to more or less get into it like that, and you know, sort of form the team. Stamina for Cell was already, you know what I mean, as it was established, it was flying. He goes, I want you to jump on and join in and help out and get involved and really start pushing this forward. So, you know, that was the kind of starting of it. I remember the day that he asked me and another guy that he had our forms for us to become trainers. And I was like, man, training well. I was like, what do you exactly do you mean? Like, what do you want? And he said, first of all, let's start by filling in the forms, sending them off, going for your interview. And then he basically gave me, you know, a page of System 9, which is the boxing code that we follow. And through that, it kind of just progressed. Bilal is obviously known Tunde for probably even longer, since he was about 12 years old. So, you know, and he sort of came back into the fold when he was about 18. And then from there, you know, he was just coming and, you know, being around the camp. And then from there, he was trying to get involved in T, and T was just like, you know, yeah, just keep coming, keep going. And then he basically said, you know, Ad, I want you to start working with Bilal. And Bilal was about 19 then, and we kind of just kicked off from there, really. And yeah, and it was a rocky road. But I was young, got a lot of energy in his mind, like going at 100 miles an hour. So, and I'm just coming in there learning, you know what I mean, trying to figure out the system, been working with Captain and Anthony at the time for some time. So it was really kind of a good match, and it was both two young guys, me as a young trainer, Bilal as becoming a young fighter, trying to develop and work together to reach
and you still had the guidership of Tunde.
Yeah, and still now, and for the rest of this boy's career, you know what I mean? So it was really good, you know, so it was exciting times, it is exciting times, and there's more exciting times to come.
And obviously Bilal as well, going for, I've just done the interview with him. I mean, he said himself, it's not really like a rush, because he's still only 22.
That's right.
You know, he's got his whole career going. But what do you see 2019, or in an ideal, what would you like to happen with Bilal this year?
For Bilal this year, again, get him out a good, you know, as many times as possible within reason. Ultimately, to continue his development. And yes, that is in the format of getting him out. We can 3-4 times possibly. And then, but really getting him into tune with what the professional life is like. Because the majority of people think professional boxing is just what it is. You box and you're a professional. But there's a lifestyle that goes with that, a professional lifestyle, which consists of literally making this thing your whole life. You know, he's young right now, where he's got a big element of support is, one, from Captain, two, is from what he's seen from Anthony, and then me helping to support him in how he's moving. So for me, his development is key. Our training method, continuous work, him studying his craft, getting better each and every day. And a lot of that is just coming and repeating the process. Because in most cases, most people think it's all fun and games, or you go there, you punch someone up for a little bit of a time, and then, you know, it's happy-go-lucky. It's not, it is extremely hard.
Training is really, it's the hard work, the actual fighting. From, you know, when I've interviewed other boys, is like the release, the hard work is done in.
Exactly, because it's monotonous, it's continuous. You know, You have to come in whether you want to, whether you don't want to, whether you're happy, whether you're sad, whether it's a good day or a bad day, where you've had an argument with your girlfriend or things are going great. You have to come in and continuously work on your craft. You have to develop your punches, you have to develop your speed, your power, your technique, your footwork, your awareness. And where, as such a team, where you've got someone like Captain who's seen all of this and he's been there and he's done it before, he helps transmit that into Anthony and Bilal. And as Bilal seen Anthony as a sort of older brother in this thing that he can look up to, you know what I mean? It helps with his development. And that's what's key right now, is his slow, continuous development, you know? And it's good that he sees all of this, and it helps me as well, because it's like we're looking at a support base of someone who's already done it, which, you know, if you follow someone who's already done it, then, you know, you're on a good way already.
Because they've kind of got similar kind of backgrounds. Anti's got like limited amateur experience, and so has Bilal. So it's
even more limited.
Yeah, so between the two of them, it's you know, what you guys have kind of trained and put together, like a project. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's nice to see that. Yeah. With such limited background and amateur, that you're turning them into these like professionals.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there is an ethos, there is a system. You know, obviously we work on System 9. Obviously it was designed, cultivated, structured and written out by Tunde himself, which I don't know how long it took him. I don't know what thought process he was when he started writing it, but we believe in it. Every single one of us believe in it. Everyone who's in the Stamina for Sale camp believes in it. We believe in him, we believe in his system, we believe in what he's doing, but where he's taken us as well. And you know, that's a heavy weight to carry. But you know, that's why I call him the captain, because certain people are for certain people. For you to be at the head of the table, it means you've got to make sure that everything's rolling good for everyone. You know, there is a saying that I do, is like, captain built the ship, Anthony's leading the way, Bilal came next, Therese looks good, Charlie's the future, you know. And with that, there's an element of we all work as one. You know, there's not one individual, everyone is going in the same direction. You know, so Tunde has a special eye. He can see something in someone. That's the best way I should put it. He can see literally the diamond in the dirt. You know, a million people could look at someone, they think maybe, could be, bit of a puncher, a bit fast, not sure. But he can see something special in someone. And when he does, and there's an energy that connects between trainer, fighter, or just say friends, or between two sets of people, he knows how to cultivate that. He knows how to shape it, he knows how to put the time in, he knows how to nurture and make it grow. And I think where you've seen that with Anthony as well, you're going to start seeing that even more as people have start seeing that with Bilal as well. You know, it is not, he always says it's not kamikaze, which it's not. It is a marathon. And with that marathon, there's a hell of a lot of hard work that has to go in, you know, and it's not a rush job, you know.
I suppose is that why you guys keep a small team and don't have lots of boxers? It's just you just want to kind of so you can focus more.
Exactly. I think when you start, you know, a manager of a football club has to look after 11 players, and he has to make sure everyone's doing right. Striker's not performing, he has to look, you know, that is for that kind of thing. I think with what we do in this boxing thing, when you're focused and concentrated on one sole individual, you can put everything into them. You can see everything at every time, every one of their movements, their good times, their bad times, how they're happy. Reaction runs off energy. You can feel that, rather than if you got this person, that person, you're having to transfer every time you're a bit of energy. Now, some people can do that, and trust me, there's nothing wrong with that. And you know, give credit to them that you can. I think when you're really focused on one person's career, one or two, shall we say, it allows you just to see every single step, you know, every single movement, and we're talking about someone's career that they've entrusted to you, you know. Being the manager of both of them, he is entrusted with their career, everything they do.
Entrusted their life, this is a sport, isn't it?
There you go, you know, like I said, this is a dangerous sport. You know, you know, it's very exciting. People get knocked out. You see flash punches. You see things like that. It's a very emotional, very exciting sport. And you know, it probably always will be. I think, you know, it's one of the most natural sports you're ever going to get. When a child is born, probably the first thing you see them do is start moving their hands, you know, give you the essence that they know something about it. I'm not saying they know how to box, no, but it is something that every individual knows how to do something. Whether you're good or you're bad, you would have that natural element to move your hands. But, you know, when you take it into the professional ranks, you're talking about a sport where someone is actually going out to hurt you, physically put pain into you. And, you know, no matter who you are, no one wants to take pain. So, to have someone that is entrusted their career, you know, and their life into your hands, they have to have complete trust into you. And then you have to now take that trust and do the best you can, you know, put everything in you can into making sure it turns out in the way that we've planned it. So, you know, we don't rush with anything. We don't rush, but now he's 22 years of age. He's a phenomenal talent. He's going to be absolutely amazing.
Fight fans just, you know, especially with Anthony, you see some negative comments and criticism from Anthony because people just want to see him, because they're seeing him knock everyone out. But the same point is, you know, Tunde and yourself probably know Anthony better than anyone. You know, you've gone on record and saying the time is right, but you know, fight fans probably expect too much too quickly.
That's a good question. That's a good phrase, and I don't blame them for that. You know why? Because they're fans. Leicester City, their fans want their team to win the league. Everton fan want their team to win the league. Arsenal fans want their team to win. Every fan wants to see the best right now. Right now. Not in 10 minutes, not in an hour, not in a day, a week, a month, or a year.
Like that Anthony Joshua situation,
exactly.
Wants it right now.
They want it right now. And that's from a fan's perspective. But they're not the people that are actually in charge of the situation at hand. I mean, look, to be honest, it's like the case of the Lamborghini. You see the Lamborghini, it looks fantastic. You know it could tear up all the cars on the road, and that's what you want it to do. You want to see it fly down the A13 at 400 miles an hour. And that's the case that Anthony's throwing is. Right now, he's one of the biggest names in boxing. He's known all around the world. And people want to see him go out and now just not knock out the people he has, but everyone else. And that will come. That will happen. But like we say, there's a process, you know, there's a structure. Anthony's only been a pro for 3 years. 3 years. And I remember his first fight at Wembley Arena, about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, about 20 people in the arena and 12 of them were security. You know, now, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. You know, he is, and he's going to be an even bigger star in the sport.
I think it, like anything, I mean, I'm guilty of it as well, but you know, we want to see it, but I guess we just need to be patient. Same with BILAL as well.
Yeah.
We just need to be patient with him.
You know,
see his kind of career.
I'll just come back to what Captain says. It's not a kamikaze. You know, it's not a 10-second race. This is a career of years. You know what I mean? And what's taken to get into that position. I mean, I know you've seen Anthony over his last 18 fights absolutely destroy people. But that's come from years of hard work. That's got to that position from Captain and Anthony. You know, Captain's been in this game 20 years. So it will come. It's just timing. It's just timing. You know, and it will come, and it will be a great sight to see. You know, and the same thing with Bilal. Bilal's time and his work rate and his technique and his fights, everything will come. It's just a case of timing. Because what we have to focus on now is how much work we put into each other. You know what I mean? From the manager to the trainer to the fighter. It all works as one.
So just one thing I want to touch on as well as boxing, in the gym and in a ring. Do you advise Bilal and say Anthony as well, outside the ring, you know, because you hear about a lot of professional boxers that fought on titles, but you know, outside the ring haven't got investments right. I know this is going a little bit off topic, but is that something that you'll advise them outside to make sure that they make the right moves? You know, if they win fights and start earning good money, are you guys there to kind of show that?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're not just a team, as in boxing team. Every one of us, we talk, we rap, we joke, we go out to eat. we talk about loads of different topics at all at the same time, whether it's political or whether it's what happened to KFC when they lost all their chicken. You know what I mean? So we talk about loads of different things and investment strategies, you know, seeing people like other boxers who've gone different ways. Some have got great investments, some who didn't for some reason. All these things come up at different times, you know, and we all talk, and it can be a discussion over, you know, a burger or something like that. So
it's a bit like, you know, like the Premier League footballers, you know, these kids that get the money. I'm not saying that they do boxing, but they get the money so young.
Yeah.
And you know, you see them blowing it or buying fast cars.
Yeah.
And everything. And I was just wondering, in boxing, especially with the money that's being thrown into boxing, do you think is enough being done to kind of guide fighters that are starting to earn or will do? Do you know what I mean?
I think, you know, boxing has always been there, you know, and I think with the case of how people are using their money, we've heard numerous stories. American football stories, basketball stories, everything. Footballer stories, boxing stories. But when you look at this case of football, Premier League, these guys get much more guidance because there's so much more. I mean, it's backed by the government, you've got the FA, so they look at things more in depth. Boxing's a bit more different today. It doesn't have that much backing as football does, even though it's coming really massive on mainstream, probably since 2012. I think Josh with the Olympic golds and everything like that, it's really spread out. You've got loads of clubs now popping up. You've got amateur boxing now coming, more white collar boxing and unlicensed fights, and then more people trying to get into the program as well. So I think that's still a bit of a strategy down the line where, you know, maybe in the next 3, 4, 5, 6 years, where you start maybe, I'm not sure, getting more through maybe the boxing ball, getting people to go out and talk to fighters about things like that, which I think they are already doing some way, sort of, shape or form already, and to how they look after investments. But ultimately, you know, I can't tell you how to spend your money. You know what I mean? It is down to the individual. But as us, you know, we talk about loads of different things, you know, and we always look for everyone's best interests, not only for now, but for the future as well, because boxing's a very short sport, you know. Even if you sort of think of retiring at, you know, let's just say 40, not saying that, you know, 35, more realistic, or 33, or even 30, 31, you've actually still got your whole life ahead of you. Like with any heavily demanding physical sport, football, boxing, you know, once you're at that stage where they say, you know, you are in the retirement zone, in the actual real world, you're still a young guy, you know, with lots to go and do and things to achieve and things to look at, go and see the world, you know, meet people, teach, talk, speak. Loads of people would like to hear what you have to say. So, you know, everything is just in the course of taking things at time, learning as much as we can, you know, having people you come down, you know, it's great, you know, I mean, to see new people, giving a platform and getting conversations going as well. So, you know, it's all bit by bit.
I suppose it's going back to what you're saying, it's like a family, isn't it? You're there, you're not just a coach, you're not, you know, you're a mentor, you're a friend as well. It's like a family. So I suppose, you know, that sort of thing gets discussed and what have you. I just, from an outsider looking in, I just, you know, I go to a lot of like small ball shows and I see a lot of these fighters, and I'm just not sure, like the guidance is always there, like outside of boxing and how to, like you say, you don't want to be in boxing. You're in it because you like it, but you don't really want to be in it until you're 40. You want to, like George Groves recently retired. I mean, people don't believe he's only like 30 or something.
Yeah.
You know, you think he's been going for like 20 years or something.
There is a time span, you know. There is a time when your body can do so much because there's always the younger ones coming, and you know, if you look after yourself, you can prolong that. You know, we've seen that. You know, Ryan Giggs was playing at 40 and stuff like that. And,
yeah, Klitschko.
You know, Klitschko. Floyd was still fighting, you know, near to 40 or 40 and stuff like that. So, yeah, Pacquiao, exactly, just recently. So, if you look after yourself, yes, you can prolong it. But still, there's only...
You've got to be smart as well, though,
yes,
about
of course, yeah, of course. But there's only a certain time where before you say, you know, I've really done my bit and let's pass the mantle on to the next one, and then it goes to the next one and the next one, like that. So, you know, just it's just... like you say, trying to be smart, getting smart advice, having a good team of people around you. A team is so important. You know, a team of people that you trust, and they trust you, you trust them, because it does work as literally as a team, you know. So,
I'm conscious we've done 20 minutes. I know you
Yeah.
need to train BILAL as well.
Yeah.
Just before, I could carry on talking, but we'll pick it up a different time.
no worries.
Do you just want to shout out like Stamina for Sale and any bits and pieces that you want to promote and stuff?
Listen, thanks for coming down. Come and see us train out here. Stamina for sale all day. Lions in the camp. Captain built the ship. Anthony's leading the way. Bilal's up next. Dries looks good. Charlie's the future. Cam wraps the hands. I'm putting in work. Nick checks the paperwork. So
Social
good stuff,
media
man.
as well?
I don't actually have one. ADE, what is it? At staminaforsale.com.
I'll make sure that goes out anyway.
Bilal has all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to catch up on that stuff.
Cool.
But it's all good.
All right, nice one.
Thank you, man.
Cheers.
Thank you.